so this is story time with Annu in Aastera world. So this is also uh, friendship talk. So, mm, I joined engineering college for architecture, and I had no friends that I knew from before. So it was completely new people, new stranger, new location, new environment for me. So first day at college, I think I had this hoodie on and this huge cap that was covering half of my face because I had cold at the time. And yeah, and then I knew nobody there, and I went to the class. It was orientation class, and there was this very talkative kind of girl, uh, all jolly, She kind of looked back. She was in first bench, and I was in second row opposite. And she just looked at me, and she was like, "Hey, do you want to come and join us?" And I was like, "Yes, sure." I was like, "Thanks." And then that was how our friendship started. And this very talkative girl was just so fun to be around with, and I am very talkative, so it was really like we gelled up pretty well together. And there's this funny incident that we were just walking down the stairs, and this is like starting days of our college, okay? And we were just walking downstairs, and we used to hold hand, cute girls trying to build friendship. And I used to hold her hand, and one day she kind of tripped almost, and then I hold her hand, and I kind of saved her from tripping down. And we used to joke about, "Oh, you saved me," and how that cute talk. Oh my god, it was such a joyful days. I just feel happy talking about it. So yeah, days went by, and then we just had this bond suddenly. Like, it's just so weird. Like, I could connect because I cannot fake. When it comes to friendship, I'm very serious, and I'm very close with my friends, whoever are my friends. They are like my family. They're so close, and I'm just very open to them. I don't shy away from sharing about my stupid or weirdest or crazy things. So it was very quick that we kind of built that friendship, and so it was all going great. And I think one day I forgot to wish her on her first birthday, like after we knew each other. I forgot about her birthday, and I'm very bad with keeping dates, and she was very upset because she was expecting at least me to remember it. But then I think I was the only one who forgot, actually, and everybody else in our group remembered her birthday. And I was guilty about it. I felt sad, and yeah, we were just happy, we were just chilling and all of that. And so few instances happened, actually, because I was going through this internal thing within myself. I was not really being able to gel up in that college environment. That was just not me. The kind of environment it was pretty different and difficult for me. So I think I stopped even going to college. I stopped attending classes. I used to show off for like internal exams and stuff like that, but then I slowly kind of deviated away from college completely, mostly, actually, not saying completely. But then she was always there, and she have this thing that she used to scold me as well. She used to be like, "Why don't you come to college? Just come," and all of that. But then I was just so indulged deeply in my pain and the mess that was going in my head that nothing really affected me. So one day, actually, I remember we had this project to do. We both didn't have the model. We had to present this model that we make out of like all this stuff, and we didn't even have the thermocol or the main stuff that we need for that. I think the project was landscape model. And yeah, I just went upstairs. I collected some of the thermocol, I guess. I brought some for her, and I already had it. And she said, "Okay, let's make my project," or something like that. And I was like hurt. I don't remember if she remembered this. But then she said, "Let's make my thing," because I had some stuff with me already, and I could have actually made the model and submitted it the day. But me being a friend, I was like, if she cannot submit the project, I will not do that either. Or I will collect the stuff for her so that we both can submit the project. I'm very emotional that way. Probably I misunderstood and I've never actually been able to talk about this with her. And I was very upset. I was like, how can you be so selfish? How can you only think about your project? Because I was willing to not submit my project just because you were not able to submit it. And now that I got you stuff and you found other stuff yourself, how can you be selfish? And I was just hurt. And that kind of pushed us, I don't know, away I guess. And I was kind of hurt, and I think I shared about this with one of the friend in our group, and I don't think that was a cool thing to do, but I just never had the guts to tell her that statement kind of hurt me somewhere. But then we both did the landscape thing, the model, we completed the model, we submitted the model, whatever, the day was done. But then it was all normal, and she used to treat me like her little sister, and she used to give me all these chocolates and all of these gifts, and she used to share all of the stuff that her relatives got her, and she used to let me use her phone because I used to have this very cheap champ phone, and I didn't even have Wi-Fi or good camera in it, and I was always fascinated about taking picture, and she used to just hand me her phone, it was iPhone, and I used to just do, and I never felt like I never felt scared to use her phone. It's like, how you're so comfortable with a person that you don't really fear using their stuff as your own. So that is what I was doing, and I think I have not thanked her enough. That is why I'm making this video, because I love that girl. I love how at home she made me feel, because that college was just such a scary place for me. And I mean, there are other people who was there for me, but this girl, she was literally like my savior and my saving angel there, because even the time, she's been there through such terrible moment of my life when I was just misunderstood by most of the people and the professor in the college, and she used to just roam around me. She used to be like, don't give up hope, and don't give up hope, and you got this, and just don't believe when they say you're not good enough. You can just practice, and you're just so much better than what they think you are. I know that. And she used to joke around like, you cannot give up on this college, and you just gotta go, and you just gotta prove everybody that you can do it, so that I can use you as example for my kids, how you're not supposed to give up and how you're supposed to just keep on trying. And yeah, it was not just a motivational talk, but then it was like, it was not just her words. It was like she depleted everything into action. She used to like call me when it was exam time, and I was just a lost soul at that time, and she used to call me and she used to be like, let's study together, I will teach you, because I didn't even want to study myself, and she used to be like, at least come with me, or just go to like somebody from our group, study together, they will help you out, it'll be easier if you study in group and stuff like that. And she helped me so many times. This one time, this one professor kind of failed me again and again in same project, and I felt like I'm a failure and I'm just not good enough to do the design. And she came to me, she did the whole thing herself, and I was able to submit it. But then the teacher again failed me. That's a different story. But then oh my god, I cannot even thank her enough. And I just felt so terrible for not sharing that one moment when I felt bad about something that she said, and I kind of judged her, and I kind of forgot all of the good stuff and all this help that she's been in my life throughout the most worst time of my life. And it was not just then, she used to be so supportive even in the Valentine's Day. I remember my friend and her, they had like boyfriend, and I was just going through breakup, and I was just going around picking their Valentine gifts with them, and she gave me a rose and all this tiny stuff. I just felt special around her. She just made me feel like I am important to her, And so this time she was at my home. We were sleeping, we were sleeping at night, and I think I was dating at that time, and my then boyfriend wanted to talk to me in phone call, so I didn't want to disturb her. So I walked away from my room to my sister's room. But then she is kind of scared to sleep alone, and I thought she is already asleep. So I kind of walked away from my room and went to my sister's room, and I was talking with my then boyfriend. And she came back to my sister's room saying, "You do the talking. I'm just scared, so I just need to." I just need to know that you are here so that I can sleep in peace. And I feel so bad. I don't know why I never said sorry to her about it. I don't know, it was just so overwhelming for me to even say sorry and even to say that, hey, I'm sorry. I didn't realize that, I made you feel bad. Probably she felt bad at that time. And yeah, I just wanted to say all of this. I don't know why I'm just making it a video to put it out there, but yeah, I just value all of these friendships so much, because all this relationship and friendships are so important to go through life, because life can take you to terrible situations, and if not for these friends, I don't know what I would do. So maybe that is why this is my way of saying thank you, and this is my way of saying we all should appreciate the friends in our life, because yeah, they just make our life so much better. And thank you. You know who you are. I'm not gonna name you, but then I love you so much. You've always been there for me, and if I am ever needed, I'm always gonna be here for you. And even though we don't call and talk every day, I will always love you with the same intensity and the same purity in my heart. And yeah, bye.